did some cultivating in the garden there, what's left of the squash and zucchini. But drilling some pilot holes here. Couldn't get it off with the tractor by using the bucket to break the bead or the bead breaker, so we're going to do it the hard way. And so I drilled me some pilot holes, and I'll take my reciprocating saw, not sawzall, but cut me a little chunk out here so I can get my angle grinder in there and with a cut off wheel and cut that wire that's right there around the bead. That's what holds the tire on there. Cutting through that cleat there, the tube in there is pushing against the blade. It actually bends my blade. You see there. Alright. Gotta get the chunk out of there. These are Goodyear tires, but they're rotted. They're no good, but I just want the rim, so you see there's got a lot of rubber, all that thread and those wires in there. And I don't cut the rim. I actually I'd already wore believe it or not, the rubber wore that cutoff wheel out on the other wheel. So go ahead and change out the wheel to a new one there on the floor. I never thought the rubber would eat those wheels up like it did. I figured it wouldn't even hardly would have bothered it there. Alright, so I get it in there, and there's a little wire right there where I'm cutting it on that bead. So the sparks aren't the rim, they're the wire that's cutting in there. And as soon as you cut them, you'll start to see the thing separate. And take the screwdriver. I don't think I actually cut it on this one. Yeah, I'll take the saw there. I was going to try to take the hammer and see if I could get it wedged in there. You can see the smoke from the rubber coming out. Yeah, this one wasn't quite. I cut some of the wire, but I must not cut all of it. Like I say, this thing here is stuck on that rim, so it will not come off. There, I'm straightening out my blade again. They'll keep on cutting. And I had the headset on, the head mount on, so it's sometimes hard to get the angle. But here, I cut a little chunk out, or I can get in there with the angle grinder a little bit better angle. You see there, I'm hitting that wire now. There, it pretty much, you can see it separate from the bead there just a little bit. Then take the pry bar and get in there and should get it in there, and then it'll break right off. Yeah, see there it goes. See it separated. Then we can just get up there and use weight and push it away. Just I'm gonna go ahead and get it on the other side here, and then I'll flip it over here in a minute, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. But yeah, probably could have carried it somewhere and paid somebody to do it, but it takes all the fun out of it. And what other way to spend a good Saturday than covered and stinking like rubber? But you can see them tires there, they're cracked bad. I mean, they Lord knows how long they've been laying there out there in the sun. But like I say, the rims are in good shape. There's just a little flaky rust on the inside, nothing terrible. Nothing the wire wheel can't clean up. You see there how bad they were dry rotted. But I think these were Oliver rims. Under that white you see there, it was red, and then on the inside of the rim here in a little bit you'll see that they were had been painted red on the inside, originally red, so somebody went back and painted them white. I think Oliver used the white. later on. But originally, or early on, it was red. So you can see just the crud that was in there. Yeah, once I get it over the rim here, this one didn't fight me. I've had ones fight me worse than this. But when I can't, you can't get it broke with a tractor, you can push down on the side there and get it to break from the bead. But they've been on there so long that there's no way you can do it yourself without carrying it somewhere and letting them put it on a machine, or sit there with a 20-pound maul and beat it and risk hitting the rim. So here we are. We're going to take it and turn it around and then lay it back down for the other side. These tires are heavy. So I'll take my saw here and go ahead and cut all the way back to the rim. I get close and there's some water running out, you see, but I can get up there and get close to the rim. I'll come back and cut me a little. Just cut me out a chunk big enough that I can get my angle grinder in there. The closer to the rim you can get it, you don't have to cut through all that extra rubber. Oh yeah, see, that's the problem with the head mount. You can't see where you're at. Yeah, but there you go. And you'll see this one separate too once I'm hitting the wire. But you can hear it start to just tear, and then when it separates, you know you've got it then. Yep, see there, got it broke. Just step on it and break it away from the rim. Once you break that wire in there, it's got nothing to hold it onto that rim. So, and usually they'll come off once you get that bead broke, or the wire, I guess, cut. Then there's the old tube in there. Just cut through that tube. It's no good. There's no use in trying to save it, because it's, like I say, it's probably tire's been laying there 15 years or longer. So, but yeah, get cut to it with the knife there and see. These tubes they're pretty big tubes, so but oh, there we go, got it out. See, but we're going to clean these up and do some welding on them, weld some tabs on the inside, and then we'll once we find some tires, which hopefully we'll find some 13.6 38 tires here pretty soon. But yeah, see, then mostly that's just surface rust in there, and then the flaky stuff right there where the dirt would get in there. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.